fleeting except in Valhalla. I say, glory is fleeting except in Valhalla. Rawr, rawr, rawr. That is my Chihuahua battle cry. Rawr, rawr. Chihuahua because I'm Mexican, I guess. Well, good morning, everybody. This is the Week in Review. I am not alone this fine day. I have all of you joining us with me. We are filing in. We are at least 20, 25 strong. Hopefully more show up. And on this panel today, I am joined by, as per usual, our Friday expert reviewer of the highs and lows of the week, Dave Bob, my big brother on the internet. Dave Bob, my big brother on the internet. The man who, when I came to Valhalla from Xanadu, welcomed me with open arms and was an important mentor to me and made me feel comfy. Because when I first came to Valhalla, the only person I knew well, at least on the internet, was Dave Bob from Xanadu. And what did my big brother tell me? My big brother told me I was welcome. Thank you, big brother. It has been a long road indeed.
Always welcome. We're a very welcoming community.
And we are joined by also guest host 24/7 Fusion Media.
Hey, how y'all doing out there?
Good.
Man, yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. So it's all good. Like to say what's up to the chat, everybody in Valhalla. Love you guys. Loki, love you, brother. You know, I know you're on the mend, so looking forward to seeing you back here soon, man. Love you guys, man. Every last one of y'all. Thank y'all.
And now that we got all the boys on stage, it's time to present with much fanfare. Princess Magitech Mags.
Good morning, Mikey. That's quite the roundup. Thank you.
That is what we call the rooster horn.
Good morning, everybody.
I always just want to say, hi, Mags.
Hey. Get over here. Stand right next to me. Hey. Mine.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Valhalla. I hope Loki gets on the mend because we miss him. We miss his fire in the morning. But thank you, Mikey, for having me on, and thank you, Dave Bob, and thank you, 24/7 Fusion.
Oh.
Yeah, Loki's like that fire, like that blowtorch, burning it down. Mike shows up and it's like a match.
I don't know. Sometimes you get on some pretty good rants there, Bubba.
Yeah? And that go viral too.
Yeah, everybody saw my Wakanda review video, I guess, huh?
Oh yeah.
Boy, you should see the comments. I had a lot of overwhelmingly supportive comments on that thing from 2 weeks ago. But good God, boy, do I do it. Apparently, I do not have fans amongst the people that are fans of Marvel these days.
Oh, I wonder,
Is that not shocking?
No, it's not shocking.
Let's say good morning and welcome, everybody. Welcome to Chris Persia. Welcome to Daryl the Derelict. Gun Bunny. Gun Bunny has more than one gun, I've learned. Shout out to Keely Shao. Shout out to Loki's Mornings of Mischief, who I believe is listening in because he's on my dashboard. Here, I found this thing where you can click this button on the live stream and it tells you who all the participants are. Krampus Jeebus is here. Man Squatch is here. Mark S47, Michael Gonzalez, Nearsighted Cyclops, Pacific 414, Pops. Hello, Pops. Pops, you stop spraying that fake news about me going out windows. Mags, don't believe their lies. Don't believe their lies. Project Cambrian is here. Proto Badger is here. Cycle Wolf 9. Sean Estep, Snortopus, Cuber, Soul Assassin, Whitechapel, DJ Ronnie G. What is up?
Huh.
Always so good to see you. Oh, and we are joined already. We have a super chat coming out the door. $2 from Krampus Jeebus. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on.
Fanta. Want a Fanta?
All right, Dave Bob, you get to do the song when I hit the button. These people, I would talk like an old man. You people in your super chats with your zippity doodah in the morning. These people in their zippity doodah super chats. It's not my channel, so I can't delete these buttons. But I'll tell you, I've been tempted a little bit this week. I've been tempted, ladies and gentlemen. This is the worst goal in human history. All right, 3, 2, 1. Skull. You gotta say it with me. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Oh,
I just realized that's not even a freaking Fanta that guy's drinking. Did you guys see that? The brand name on that thing? It's not even Fanta. It's like Jumper or some weird shit. Ladies and gentlemen, more fake news has been occurring on this channel that I'm finding.
Just like the fake news of your supposed window exits.
Yes. Come on, Mags.
we got
I'm going out the
pictures
back.
of that.
If I'm going out any back door, it's a sliding glass door in the backyard, in the back patio.
You want to slide right in?
Yeah. Whoa! Oh no!
Oh, shit. Oh, wow.
Oh my!
Well, let's go around the horn and let's talk about. I got a couple topics for us to discuss.
I just got to wake everybody up this morning. That's what I got to do.
Oh, well,
There
Max
you
can
go.
wake me up any morning of the morning. Ha! Look at me, flirting already, Dave Bob.
Well, I'm a little too old to flirt, man. I just like to get down to business.
Oh,
24/7
Wow.
Infusion is like, what the freak?
All right, well, let's start with our first news story of the day, which is the most recent hot story. I got slammed on. I got all kinds of messages, DMs, Twitters, texts on this issue, and we can all talk about this one here. So let me bring it up on the screen, which is James Gunn. Got these ads. James Gunn responds to Wonder Woman 3 axing possible DC franchise turnover. We are not going to make every single person happy.
I mean, that is a fact of life in general.
Yep.
Yes.
DC Studios co-head James Gunn took to Twitter to respond to the chaotic news that broke yesterday about Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3 not moving forward and other DC changes. You can see the tweets below. We'll bring those up. In regards to the news that came out yesterday, including buzz that the newly announced Henry Cavill may or may not reprise Superman, as well as other possible turnover DC stars of franchises, Gunn says today, quote, some of it is true, some of it is half true, some of it is not true, and some of it we haven't decided yet whether it's true or not. Granted, the optics of Gunn and Safran's arrival at the studio and deep sixing of Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3 treatment doesn't look good optically. In the wake, the diversity-led and behind-the-scenes Batgirl getting killed. Oh my God! Let it go, people. That decision made by Warner Discovery CEO David Zaslav. However, we're hearing that Jenkins was given the chance to take another stab at Wonder Woman 3 treatment after receiving notes from all Warner Brothers motion picture brass. It wasn't just Gunn and Safran's decision. There were concerns about character and arc. There's concerns about the I just lost my place. There were concerns about character arcs and payouts, and the threequel emulating similar structural problems a la Wonder Woman 83. She decided to take her toys and go home. You see that, Mags? She's a boss babe. She don't need no man.
I need a man.
The studio. All right. Well, it's been great having 24 here. It was great having Dave Bob here. Here we are. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
yo.
I'm kidding. Mexican Iron Man will put his libido aside for the good of the show in the morning. Yes. You can count on Mexican Iron Man to not accidentally remove his brothers. Anyway, the studio would like to do another Wonder Woman. However, the question is, will Gal Gadot do it sans Jenkins? Warner's intent was never to be sexist. What? Oh my God.
What is this?
These guys are deadline. Rather, the blowing up of Wonder Woman 3 came down to creative differences. Did this Jenkins bitch just got axed out of Star Wars? Like even KK didn't make her shit. Her tweet a day before yesterday's chaotic news makes it sound like she's still game. Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
All right.
And I mean, didn't Patty Jenkins get she left Cleopatra also? Like she was supposed to be doing Cleopatra with Gal Gadot, and she left that. And then there was that whole Rogue One thing that she got pushed out of, and then now it's this.
It was Rogues. I think it was Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron. Right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but
Gunn continues, and true here. I'll just read these last two lines. We know we're not going to make every single person happy every step of the way. We can promise everything we do is done in the service of story and the service of DC characters we know you cherish and we've cherished our whole lives. As for more answers about the future DC, I will sadly have to ask you to wait. We are giving these characters and the stories the time and attention they deserve, and we ourselves still have a lot more questions to ask and answer. Word is Gunn and Saffron are giving a download to Zaslav and Telrums before the holiday in regards to the grant. All right. So we got two things going on. We got rumors about the future DC. We got Patty Jenkins and Wonder Woman 3 may or may not happening. Starting with the ladies, what say you about all of this controversy, Magitech Max?
Well, I mean, it is, to me, it's not surprising. I mean, Zaslav already came in putting, the hammer down on a lot of this stuff. It's like almost first thing when he came in through the door. And honestly, this is, I don't know why it's, upsetting people or shocking people or just like, people flipping out on tables. It was bound to happen because the DC universe in whole as a cinematic form is just a complete mess. And it needs to be revamped where it makes sense. It respects the characters. And, I'm not defending, I know some people don't like James Gunn and I understand that, but he's at least speaking the right kind of language in which he wants to respect the story and the DC characters that we all love, like he said in that one quote. So, I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot. Honestly, the whole, I didn't see Wonder Woman 1984, but seeing clips of it and hearing stories of it and reviews of it, that's not the direction I would want to take Wonder Woman. And that completely flopped. So, I don't think Zaslav or James Gunn want to proceed forward and have continuous flops with the DC universe. I think the Batman that was released earlier this year even came out with mixed reviews, and I think they were expecting to get like over $1 billion, and so far right now they're not gonna. I mean, there's so much mixed stuff going on in terms of the DC universe, and they can't go forward with that sort of situation. They need to be able to get out some really good bangers to be able to get the DC universe back on track. So, it's just a reality check where, people who are not performing or not doing well, they're gonna, they're gonna get kicked out, and then their treatment of the script or what have you, it's not going to move forward. So, I'm all for moving forward to a better direction.
24/7, you're an avid DC guy. What say you of all this?
Man, to be honest, the way all this is panning out, it kind of feels like it's no different than the regime that just left, that was trying to destroy the shit. It seems like it's back to that. This that whole Hollywood Reporter article really divided the fandom, and you got this hashtag fire James Gunn rolling. That shit is trending. You got Snyder, restore the Snyderverse fans, they're actually working with the fans that were against us, that were with the Snyder Cut and against it. They're all working together, and you even have regular normies that are trying to figure out like what the fuck is James Gunn doing, because basically if it took all the trouble to get Henry Cavill back, and all of a sudden there's all this talk about how no Superman and he doesn't have a contract with Warner Brothers and all this other stuff, all this shit is pissing off the fans, and he just got here a few weeks ago. So with all that being said, you got to understand that James Gunn, looking at what he's done in DC so far with the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, you got to understand, when John Cena got the part of Peacemaker, he told James Gunn, "Hey, I'm gonna go buy every Peacemaker comic book out there so that I can know who this character is." James Gunn told him, "Don't even bother. We're gonna just make Peacemaker whatever the fuck we want him to make him, make him out to be." So at that point, do I trust James Gunn after what he did to Peacemaker? Fuck no. Even though everybody likes the show, that's not Peacemaker, and that's definitely not Vigilante. So there's an issue there. And then it's like, are all the heroes going to be turned into Guardians of the Galaxy type superheroes, where there's a bunch of jokes and all this other, like, is that how it's going to feel with everything up under his thumb? Because you got to understand, James Gunn is like a step up from Taika Waititi.
Wow, you're not a fan. You're on fire today, bro.
No, I'm being honest. Now, Taika Waititi's a poor man's James Gunn. And the way they do their shit, it's like it's a little similar. So what do we have in store with everything that we've seen from James Gunn, knowing that he doesn't even want to portray Peacemaker the right way? So is that how we're gonna do the rest of the heroes? Up under his umbrella? Yeah, man. Y'all kind of think about that for a little bit, while people are praising James Gunn, and another thing too, before I pass it off to Dave Bob, I think maybe what he might be doing is probably canceling what everybody thought was supposed to be happening with the DCEU. He might be keeping around some of the, actors and characters and probably just rearranging or reformulating how their movie's going to come out, or what's going to happen next before there is a Man of Steel 2 or Wonder Woman 3 or Aquaman 3. And the thing is, he also has another problem because he's going to be bumping heads with The Rock, because The Rock was the one that was trying to figure out what to do with the DCEU. And then maybe a month or two later, they hired James Gunn. But before that, they had nothing. So that's another issue that they're going to have to deal with further along, somewhere down the line, because with everything that The Rock was trying to do to revive the DCEU and then have it all kind of pulled from up under him when he was trying to do the right thing to the best of his abilities. What do you say to that? When he was trying to bring Cavill back when everybody thought Cavill was gone for good.
Okay. Dave Bob, you're up next.
Well, honestly, I have never really been a super great fan of the man. He's, made a few decent movies, but personally, I don't like him. I mean, I just don't. As far as Patty Jenkins, she kind of just reminds me of someone, if she doesn't get her way, she just, just takes, like you said, takes her toys and goes home. As far as the DC extended universe, all I'll say is Zaslav has came in and he's trying to save something that, we dearly love, but he's catching flack from everywhere. I mean, all directions. But he's got to hold the line and just keep the woke crap out of there and just try to bring it back more into the middle, to the mainstream, and do right by the characters. That's my take on it.
All right. Well, I'm speaking of Patty Jenkins and all this. I'm going to go back to Magic Tech Mags on this one. And what do you think of this quote here, where it said, what's the quote that she decided to take all of her marbles and go home? You go, girl. Here, I'm going to help you. Go, Patty Karen. I'm going to call her Patty Karen Jenkins. Can I do that? Can I call her Patty Karen Jenkins?
Yeah, I think you can.
You go, girl. You're a boss babe. You don't need no man. You go. You show them. You go.
It's I don't know what she's like. She doesn't have a leg to stand on, because a lot of her projects so far have seemed to be canceled. So it doesn't seem to be going in her favor. So, maybe she'll find work somewhere else. But I don't think she fits in these situations like people, people prop her up or put her out there in terms of she's great, but from what we saw with the Wonder Woman 1984, it's a little questionable. So it's I'm kind of glad that she's not working in Star Wars, in my opinion, as far as Rogue Squadron. So who knows what that would have looked like. But at the same time, a lot of her projects have been canceled. So I don't know what she's thinking, that she's amazing. It's just weird.
We got some comments in the chat I want to throw up. First of all, we have a $5 super chat from Joker Voice. Howdy, Valhalla. I escaped from my padded cell at Arkham. What a panel. Jayla is dumb. Oh, we're going to get to that. Raise your glasses. Skull. We're going to get a skull. A Dega Outlaw. Can't hang out with Valhalla this morning, but my heart will. Aw. That's like, I can't be with Magitech Mags in Virginia, but my libido can pretend to be. Wait, what? Oh no. You guys see how I snuck that one in there? You guys, I came around the corner. You didn't even see that one coming. All right. Psycho Wolf 9 with a $5 super chat says ESG is not an audience. And dissing your pain companies is always a poor survival trait.
Indeed, Psychodwarf, indeed.
That is true. Well, let's get some skulls going for them. We're going to do one tough one and one funny one. Here we go. Let's start with this one.
You said clip. I forget I'm on the fucking internet sometimes.
Yes!
That's me every single time.
A dollar! I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Project Cameron says he's willing to give Gunn a shot. Yet I'm worried due to the Warner Brothers track record going all the way back to Superman 3 and 4. Proof will be in the pudding. DC has a chance if they seize it correctly. Pop says, of course, they're not doing a Wonder Woman 3 right now. Let's see the DECU get cleaned up. We went World's Finest, Jon Stewart, GL, Green Lantern. No, we do not want Jon Stewart, Green Lantern. No. Oh, these Jon Stewart, Green Lantern people drive me nuts. 24/7. Who is the best Green Lantern?
Hal Jordan.
Thank you for your leadership and your vision and your brilliance, sir. Chris Purser, Jenkins only did well with the first Wonder Woman movie because she had Snyder's treatments. Well, Wonder Woman 84 is when Jenkins is left to her own devices. Yeah. Forbidden Ruin points out, I got news for you, Patty. Patty needs a bank account to the most powerful men in Hollywood to fund her trash movies. That is woke sacrilege, Forbidden. 24. How dare he speak that way? Oh my! Mama Bear Art Doll notes the. I love that freaking picture.
And I know I saw that this morning.
Oh my God, Mama Bear, I freaking love that. The problem is Patty presented them with essentially Wonder Woman 84 Part 2, including Chris Pratt, and they wanted her to rewrite it. She said, "No, I don't wanna. These boots are made for walking, and that's what a Karen's gonna do." At this point, Gal is still part of DC. I think you're right.
There's not really been any news coming out of contracts in general. I've not seen anything, and it's like I don't, hopefully we'll find some. Because isn't there supposed to be a meeting next week on this stuff? Did I read that somewhere?
Yeah. Next week, James Gunn and Peter Safran are supposed to be presenting their plan to David Zaslav. So,
okay, so we'll probably see and hear about more about that. So, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Patty Jenkins is a decent director. She's not a good writer. Man Squatch says, "I don't need no man," says woman who never eats pickles because she can't open the jar. Ooh, ow! Whoa!
Shots are fired.
Shots fired, Mags. You said this. You see how we're finishing each other's sentences already? We both shots fired. Look at that. I'm telling you, people, there's karma here. Wait, hold on. Let's get the Mexican down at the bottom here. I can't see Dave Bob. There's Dave Bob. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, so those are some of the comments. Now, what say you? Let's go around the horn real quickly, and I want to ask everybody this question. We'll go in reverse order. We'll go Dave Bob, then 24, and then Max. Dave Bob, what do you hope is the future for DC under James Gunn? What do you want to see?
Honestly, I just want to see the three big main characters. I want to see Superman, Batman, and I want to see Wonder Woman. and supporting characters. Flash, as long as they get rid of that dingbat, I'm good with them bringing the Flash back.
Are you trying to trigger me with your Flash talk?
I think I made it pretty clear that I'm not a big fan of that particular Flash.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Person.
Big time. We got a member chat from Proto Badgers, been a member for 3 months at the Warrior Midgar. Says, keep the fires burning in the halls. We will, Proto Badger. All right, so any characters in particular that you really do want to see, like storylines that you want to see emerge?
Well, I would love to see something more along the lines of some of the animated stuff that they've been doing through the years with Batman, the Joker, and that type of stuff. Also Superman and crossovers with some of the other characters. I'm old school, man. I started reading this crap when I was, in the 60s. I was raised on this, and 78, when that first Superman movie come out, that was one of the highlights of my movie going superhero type stuff. It was just great. I just want to see him get back to the basics of the characters, truth, justice, and the American way, not, the bullshit they have now.
And 24/7, what do you want to see going forward? Not that you have any faith in James Gunn, but let's just say he's the guy in charge. So what he's got it, he's the guy we're dealing with. So what say you?
Well, actually, I can see him basically, if what they're saying about Lobo is correct, and if they get their shit together with Green Lantern, I could see him actually doing something with the space traveling, like Adam Strange and a lot of the people that are out in space. I can see him doing something with those guys. I could see him also, excuse me, I could see him bringing like Batista and some of these other people from Marvel to DC. Actually, we could probably have a proper Bane. That would be good to see if he can actually put that together. And, to be real, let's make these characters fucking more comic book accurate in personality and with what they wear. I mean, dude, it's not hard to sit there and convert. See, I'm gonna tell you this. Some of the greatest stories you'll ever read are in comic books. How hard is it to carry over something from comic books into movies? And the thing is, if people are so creative with everything that they've been doing in movies, it shouldn't be a problem. All we're asking is to see these comic books come to life. And it just seems like it's hard as fuck to get anybody on board to act for us to get an actual comic book adaptation of something that's already created. They don't even, it's like all they have to do is fucking prepare a script around what was written in these comic books and they would kill it. But the thing is, everybody wants to come with their own interpretation of these characters. And the thing is, these characters already have a life of their own. So we don't want to see somebody's version of this shit. We want to see the actual characters come to life. I don't want to see nobody's take on it because everybody's fucking it up with them trying to put their own sensibility into the character when the character's already self-made. Like, what do you think you're going to add to Batman that Batman is not already doing, or, he's not already, became what it is that the thing is, all you have to do is fucking bring him to life. You don't got to give him a credit card. He don't have to have bat nipples. He don't have to have none of that stupid shit. He just needs to be Batman. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is with all these characters, man. Like these directors, they want us to watch the shit, but they don't want to respect what got us here to begin with, and that's the comic books. The thing is, with all the money that these movie companies are making, they're not cycling the money the way it's supposed to. The movies are supposed to help propel what the comic books are doing, and the money's not being reciprocated, man. And that's why movies are flourishing and the comic books are going down. And if they would take just a fucking small percentage of that money and pump it into their comic books and pay the creators and the writers and the artists, then they would have something to fucking show, and they would have better stories to help fuel what they're doing in the theaters, because all they're getting is the stories from the comic books. So how the hell are you gonna rob the stories from the comic books, but not fuel it to make it successful? Because that's where all your creativity comes from. Dog, I'm gonna tell you something. These directors and these script writers are not as smart as the people that are creating these comic books.
Well said, bro. Whoa. Someone clipped that rant. That was excellent. Magitech Max, what say you of the future? What do you want to see?
I don't know if I can follow up with that fiery rant. I like that rant. Look, people always ask, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, what came first? The comics. The comics came first. And just like 24/7 Fusion said, and just like what Dave Bob said, like, please respect the lore, please respect the original characters, please respect even the original comic book artists that created these worlds that we thoroughly love. And the last regime and everything else with the DC universe in terms of the cinematic part of it, it just seems like it's just been one giant mess for a while. It's been up and down. It's been hot and cold. It's not been consistently delivering top-notch stuff. So, everybody in Hollywood has have big egos and everything else. And honestly, I don't know what to say in terms of, the last regime wasn't great. We definitely did not get good DC stuff from them either, and there was certainly a secret agenda for where they were going with it, just like what's going on with the current Marvel universe. So I'm willing to give this regime a shot and a chance, but with even the thing is, I don't worship any of these people. Like, they're not gods to me, and I know, to be quite honest, you have to keep them in check. You have to call them out on their BS. You have to criticize when it's really necessary to criticize. It's called constructive criticism, by the way. It's okay to criticize. It's not negative or hateful or anything like that. It's just calling them out on their BS and checking them. And that's what fans, do. That's what fans have been doing for years. And we just want better stories and better respect for the characters. And to be quite honest, I'm getting sick and tired of the dark and dark and dark and dark and dark and dark all the time. I just want something hopeful. I want a hopeful Superman again. Like, bring me that. I mean, the world is already crushing us externally. I want to escape into something where there's hope somewhere. And right now I'm not seeing that. So, it is what it is. Right now it's just one giant, hot mess right now at the Warner Brothers and the DC part of the cinematic universe. And we'll see what's going to come to fruition as far as the plans going forward next week's meeting.
We had some comments come in from, well said, all three of you. Project Cambrian, Snyderverse was a nonsensical mess, and it's done and over, and thank the F for that. It had nuggets that were golden, the rest was shit show. Oh, Project Cambrian, I'm a Snyderverse guy, like, in rehab right now. Total rehab.
Can I add something too? At least in my opinion, some of Snyder did hire, what is it? Did he hire Henry Cavill? I'm not sure if he was part of that whole contingent.
Yeah, he cast everybody.
Okay, so Henry Cavill was perfect for Superman. I think Gal Gadot, well, I don't think she's the greatest actress. She at least looks and appears to be a Wonder Woman. She puts on that look. So at least with those two those two actors, that was perfect casting in my opinion. As far as the look and the charisma and everything else, but I don't, who knows what's going to happen with some of these actors.
Snowdup says, seriously though, when I was a kid in the 90s and I was buying comics, never once did I think these comics need more diversity.
Yep.
Keely Chow observes that if Henry Cavill's out Superman, Anna will make some videos about it. Ho, yeah, and she might have some potty mouth words to say to DC about
That's actually
that.
a very fair point.
Mexican Iron Man. I want to see a black, white, noir series of The Question for HBO Max. Oh, that would be interesting. What do you think of that character, 24?
Yeah, the question is he's interesting. He I don't know if you ever seen The Question. He's like faceless. Like
Yeah.
he's a hell of a detective. And yeah, I would love to see, and actually I would like to see it the man version of The Question, not the Montoya version. You know, they turned Montoya, the chick from Batman, they turned her into The Question, and then she had a relationship with another chick, and oh my goodness. I just want the guy, the original Question. Yeah, that would be an awesome noir, black and white, kind of give it like a Rorschach kind of feel. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Without the mask. Well, kind of faceless, because when you look at him, it's just skin over his whole face. No, you don't see no eyes, no nose, like nose openings or the mouth. It's like it's all one face of skin. So he's weird as shit, but he's a hell of a detective, man. Yeah, I would love to see that.
And we've got a couple member chaps that came in from Decepticons. Cave of Villain says, been a member for 6 months. Loki's Army. I finally hit, I think it's 440 subs. Prior for my broken 9.6 #1 Transformers comic book. Then fell. I was so sad. Got to get it reslabbed. Oh no.
Yeah, I own that comic book. Yeah, that's an awesome book. I have that.
Lord Thoth has been a member for 23 months at the Warrior Midgard level. Says, what a lineup. Hail, Mexican Iron Man, Dave Bob, Megs, 24/7. Hail to you. Oh, and let's see, what's this comment here from Man Squatch. Says, Megs, what came first, chicken or the egg? Mike goes to buy chicken and egg costumes. What?
Oh my
Oh, shit.
24/7 Fusion is like, what?
You had to read that and then it clicked. I was like, yo, that's wild. That's funny. Good one.
And for the member chats, we're going to throw you guys out a skull where we are burning it down. In what might be called the Hollywood story of the year from Variety, we have Jennifer Lawrence and Viola Davis get honest about female action heroes, motherhood, and press tours ruining acting. Oh,
I want to say that get honest needs to be in quotes.
Did you see that burn on Twitter Denise Crosby gave her? Oh man.
No, we're gonna get to that in a second.
I almost ranted with some fiery, spicy stuff on Twitter, and I kept it to myself. I probably shouldn't have, but
Lawrence, goodbye. I want to circle back to you being the woman king. Oh, by the way, Jennifer Lawrence stated that here there's 2 quotes that are just the quotes of the year. I think Woman King is the best movie I've seen this year, hands down, and the best movie I've seen in so long. I heard an interesting story about how it came to you. 2 lines later, she's back to talking about herself. And she says, when I was doing X-Men, it's hard not to have the perception of the movie like, oh, well, it's just one of those. Especially when you're painted blue with scales on your face. If you start thinking, I look ridiculous, I feel ridiculous, there's nowhere to go. Bitch, you were in a fucking movie. In Hunger Games, it was an awesome responsibility. Those books were huge, and I knew the audience was children. I remember the biggest conversation was, how much weight are you going? Oh my God, this bitch just won't shut up. When Hunger Games came out, I couldn't really be an observer of life because everybody was observing me. I felt my craft suffering. Oh God. Oh. She's insufferable.
Me.
Did anything? Okay. Did the world just start in 2016 or something?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
I mean, to be quite honest, like, did any of the?
So she was the first action star because no one did it before her. Did you guys see do you want me to read the quote again, or did you guys see this already?
No, you can read it again.
Oh, we saw it.
God, all right, let's just assume we all saw it, so I don't have to reread this thing. All right, so let's just get some comments so I don't waste any time reading the article. All right, ladies first, go Mags.
Well, I can't, I can't speak to action stars, but I know we all know some of the leading ladies of action stars from years past. But let's take it way back in the Hollywood time machine. there were female leads even back in the 40s and 50s. What the frick is she talking about? I mean, we had leading ladies like Betty Davis. Have any of these people heard of her? I mean, geez. It's just these morons out there, and excuse me for saying it like that, but these morons, these quote unquote women, they're dumb. Just, like, do they not know their own history? Their own industry's history, for the love of God.
But Mag, she remembers when she was doing the Hunger Game that no one had ever put the woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work, because they were told that girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead. And it was just makes me so happy every single time I see a movie come out that just blows me through every one of those beliefs and proves that it's just a lie. A lie, Mag.
Well, you know what? She needs to go back in the kitchen and make a sandwich.
Whoa! Shots fired. One more time. That kind of turns me on.
I don't it's like, do they not even understand like where Hollywood, how Hollywood came, not necessarily, came from, but like progressed over the decades and all of these. I mean, we have like channels like the, TCM, Turner Classic Movies, and there's classic movies on there that showcase some of these lead roles of women, and it's just mind-boggling. Like, oh my gosh, have they even heard of like Audrey Hepburn? It just drives me crazy. I mean, they're not necessarily action stars that I just named, but still leading ladies in movies. It's like
24/7. Were there any women in action roles before Hunger Games? What say you?
Man, yeah. I mean, whoa. I mean, you got Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. You had Lindsay Wagner as the Bionic Woman. Of course, movies. Oh Lord, Linda Hamilton, Terminator. Even
Mila.
You had Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia. I mean, she was a good, leading woman. There's so many out there. We can go on, for the next hour or two talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you had like the chick that played Supergirl. I'm talking about the original Supergirl movie from the 80s. So you had Red Sonja. You had, there's so many out there. And I mean, even to today, I mean, even way before Hunger Games and yeah, so Hunger Games wasn't like groundbreaking or anything like that. And she wasn't. Yeah, there's so many out there, man. Femme Fatale, Resident Evil, all these franchises that came out before Hunger Games. Yeah, man. Too many of them.
Yeah, there's more than you can even.
Go ahead.
I mean, you can even look at even though it wasn't really a great movie, but look at Halle Berry and the Catwoman movie. Like, that came out well before Hunger Games. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Bob, what say you of the
same thing? Well, the only thing I can say of it is she's delusional. I mean, that's pretty much it. I still, Denise Crosby on Twitter, boy, she just pegged her ass with it. She just come out and said, "Oh, I'm so glad, that all this stuff happened."
Hey, your mic is roboting. What did you?
These people could.
Dave Bob, you're cutting in and out. We can't hear you.
Okay, well, I'm not sure why, but I'll just drop out. Apparently my computer's screwing up again.
Okay, there you go. Now I can hear you. Are you there? Hello? Uh-oh, we lost Dave Bob. Can't hear him. He's frozen. All right. Well, this is just absolutely ridiculous. This is an example of how delusional. Isn't this girl from Kentucky or somewhere in the South? I mean,
well, I think people in this, we don't really claim her.
You don't claim her. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer Lawrence is being disavowed by a Southern belle. So Virginia officially, I think she's from Kentucky or Tennessee or something. And it blows me away. Someone made this comment, and I don't know where the heck I saw it on Twitter somewhere else. I heard it on a live show. It's like, how does Hollywood is so ridiculous that they can take what's otherwise should be a decent Southern girl and make her delusional. You know what I mean? I also read an article at some time that she said that she didn't like doing press tours because I think she dropped out of school, like either middle school or high school, in order to pursue her acting career. I'm like, she's like self-conscious that she's not seen as being smart on interviews. Guess what? Fucking newsflash.
Well, I mean, that explains a lot.
Yeah. Holy shit. Wow.
Andy Masterson observes that Lawrence has disavowed her roots. I also heard that she cut off her family.
Yeah, it's for other for political reasons.
Oh my God, 8 p.m. has the quote of the morning. Jennifer and Meghan Markle need to play the new Thelma and Louise. Wow. Holy crap. 8 p.m. with the quote of the morning. Yeah, Helen Slater was Supergirl from the 1980s. And it looks like we have this Denise Crosby tweet. Hold on, we found her here. Hold on, let's see. I think we found it here. Denise Crosby. Everybody knows who Denise Crosby is, right? Star Trek. Come on, guys. Next Generation.
Vaguely.
Star Trek.
I'm not really good. I'm not really good with names.
Lieutenant Yar.
Yeah, she
Okay.
yeah.
Look, I'm not the biggest Next Generation fan either. I'm more of a DS9 kind of guy. But Denise Crosby says, "Hey, Jennifer Lawrence, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to thank the many boys and men who were allowed to completely identify with a strong female character long before you were even born. There are a couple of us."
Oh, shots are fired! Woo-hoo.
Pew, pew.
The thing is, that
Pew, pew.
that's what these actresses who like Denise Crosby have to do to shut this idiocy down, like to just shut it down, because instead of just being silent on it, they need to call out this bullshit. Excuse me.
Chris Purse observes, let's be fair, Mikey. Mags is a real Southern belle. Lawrence is merely a Southerner. Good point. Good point. And we had a couple super chats that came in. I don't want to miss them. We had Mr. Tickle Trunk for $5 super chat says, anytime they say diversity for comics, TV, or movies, put the word fake in front of your mind. We nerds are 50 years past intersectionality already. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, here's another one example. I mean, okay, let's say let's say 24/7. Let's say Dave Bob owned a comic book store, and me and 24/7 were the managers, right? And Mags walks in. Are we going to tell Mags that she can't read any comic books and make her feel unwelcome, gentlemen?
Hell no.
Yeah, that was, you know what? That was the thing that what was that chick from Game of Thrones, the one that hangs out with Momoa? What's her name?
Emily Clark.
Emily Clark. That's her story. Yeah, right. She. I went to a comic book store when I was a little girl, and the guys in there made me feel uncomfortable and all this other shit. So, and then that's when she put out the comic book about the chick with the period and all that other shit.
Yeah, that was. Oh God, that thing. The thing is, I mean, have these chicks ever been around guys? That's my question.
I mean, Mags, if you walk into the comic book store
and brothers in their life,
and me 24/7 and Dave Bob are there, I'll tell you this much: we're gonna be jumping over the counter to help you with your comic book needs.
Yep. We're gonna ask you, what do you like? What interests you?
Yep, and even help you carry the comic book back to the car.
That's right. Yeah, I'll be like, 24, hold her comic books. I'm gonna carry her to the car. Mr. Tickle Trunk with a $2.
Oh my God.
Says, I'm so glad Variety took a hit for this BS too. They did. They ended up having to I think some of the shit was deleted and pulled down. I mean, just the absolute audacity that they think we are this freaking stupid. Thank you for your super chats, Tickle Trunk. Muchísimas gracias, as we would say in the Spanish halls of Valhalla. And for you, I give you a skull. All right, here we go again, everybody. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Skull!
Go!
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
Oh God, this chick. In ancient Greek, Loki's mornings of mischief. Hey, boss. The boss is watching. Hey, boss. Hope you're feeling better. In ancient Greece and Rome, female roles used to be played by male actors. Now we just have men pretending to be women.
That's true.
Right.
Y'all agree with that assessment?
I mean, the circle just goes around.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna get in trouble if I say anything.
Say it.
Go ahead, say it.
Bob.
Them Tuckers.
Oh.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. I'll tell you this much.
Tape Tuckers.
You know, as I got older, I thought the level of competition amongst other men would get more stringent. It turns out there's less men in the world today than ever. Ha ha!
Well, testosterone levels have decreased according to some data that's come out there. Not surprising.
Loki's morning admits his new Hollywood mover on the way. Brittany Griner. I left a Marine in a gulag in Russia.
Oh, don't Loki, don't get me started on that. I have don't get me started on that.
Max, did you hear my rant yesterday on this?
No, but I'm thoroughly.
It's the week in review. That's our third and final story for today because I was going to bring it up anyways.
Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna be as PG as I possibly can on this one.
All right, ladies first again, go.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to can I go last? Because I gotta get my brain in place.
You're up.
You leave a Marine who served his country, and he was from what I understand, the Russians even offered him or the basketball player that is so weeded up she doesn't even know that she's in a country that has laws against the shit. But anyhow, I can't believe it. I mean, the administration that we have in Washington right now is so fucking pathetic. I can't even go there anymore. I'm way past anything. The president is not even, capable of stringing a sentence together, and all you see is what his handlers put out there. He's not running this country. His handlers are, and you can tell. I mean, look at what just happened. I can't believe anybody would make that kind of deal. Trade worthless piece of filth human for another worthless piece of filth human that is called the death merchant. I mean,
Merchant of Death, the Death Merchant, Lord of War, all of these are names that have been described. This guy, and these Democrats, so-called like anti-gun rights. This is a guy who sold like thousands and thousands of ARs and anti-freaking aircraft weapons like before breakfast. All right, 24, you got an opinion on this?
Shit. To be honest, this deal was, has been in the works for a while, and the fact that they've pressed the trigger on it, and from everything that I've seen so far, I heard that they could have actually thrown I forgot what his name is that's still left in Russia. They could have thrown him in the deal because that was how big this merchant of death guy was. And the fact that he wasn't even a part of the negotiations, Brittany Griner, to be honest, she ain't even worth a fuck. Man, look, the fact that she's back, she better be trying to win the fucking WNBA championship and the fucking women's Olympics fucking basketball for all the shit that, she had to fucking, America had to go through to get her ass back. Now, if this bitch comes back and she fucking retires, yo, like, dude, it'd have been for nothing, man. Like, you just, it's like, man, she better be worth something, man, trying to come back into America this morning, man, because she ain't worth the fuck, man. And I'm being honest, man. She ain't worth the fuck, man. Everything I've seen about her, dude, the guy that they let go, how long he's supposed to have had? Like 30-something years, 35 years?
No, he had 6 more years on his sentence, but we picked him up in 2008, and then I think he got convicted. 2012, they added the time that he was held up and added to that. He had 6 more years to go.
So he had like a 16-year sentence?
Yeah, he had sold weapons to ISIS, Taliban, and Al Qaeda from the U.S. government weapon sales ordered by Obama, and then arrested him after his job was done. Yep. All right, Mags, you're up.
So I had to get my brain straight because I'm sorry, Loki, but I'm fucking pissed over this. I am very ragey when I saw this this news come out. That, but you know, after taking a breath, thank you guys for going ahead of me. This is this administration's MO, by the way. We left Americans behind in Afghanistan. We've left people behind. And how we just traded somebody who could literally, oh my God, I don't know how to get my brain straight now. I'm so mad. You know, as somebody who has family, who has served, who are serving still, who has, you know, God bless my grandfather's soul. Glad he's not alive, because he's probably rolling in his grave right now. Who served in World War II in Korea and in the Philippines and Chosin Reservoir as a Marine. This is unconscionable. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do this? I mean, Brittany Griner doesn't even care about America. She hates America. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want those types of people back in this country. She made her mistake, and she should just stay there. I mean, the Marine, we're leaving him behind. He's the one that actually cares about America. What the fuck? Just, you know, this administration in general, they don't care about people who actually do care about America. They want people who hate America. They want those types of people. And you know what? I hope everybody out there who who's continually delusional over this shit, you know what? At some point, karma is going to turn around and bite you in the ass. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to I'm trying to keep it as YouTube friendly as possible. So I'm just going to keep it like that.
That was well said. Well said. Loki says our servicemen and women are why we have the freedoms we do, not the Democratic Party. Pacific 414. My grandfather's father and uncle would be disgusted. Lord Thoth observes politicians don't care about us soldiers. We're political cannon fodder. Fire and forget. That's us. Jose Riviero observes they want to destroy democracy. Keely Chow with patriotic flags in the shirt. Yeah, I'm still pretty hot and mad about all of this situation. On our way out the door, we're at the 1 hour mark. I want to thank my special co-host, Dave Bob, 24/7 Fusion Media, and the lovely Magitech Mags. Anybody got anything they want to promote? Dave Bob. Mags.
Sorry.
Dave Bob.
No. What I understand, we're not having the thing tonight, so I guess just tune in to Loki's Mornings of Mischief 5 days a week.
Yep. Mags, what's up? What you got going on?
Oh, nothing. I mean, nothing much. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube. Sometimes I'm let's see here. Sometimes I can be hanging out with the Pop Culture Minefield guys. In fact, sometime I think in the afternoon I might join the TGIF group. So we'll see about that. You'll see me around moderating in the chats and being, trying to boost everybody up and hitting that algorithm for everybody, and also trying to share everybody's stuff out there on Twitter. So continue to tag me so I can amplify your voice. But I will be on Zax's channel, Zax's show on Wednesday nights. That's usually 10 p.m. my time, so it's pretty late. But anyway, yeah, I don't have anything else. I know I've been trying to work in the background with the with some friends for some whiskey and bourbon tasting live stream. But yeah, maybe it might be next year. Of course, it's next month, January.
Wait, you're into whiskey and bourbon?
Yeah.
Good God, woman, you're perfect.
I was raised right. But anyway, I can't think of anything else on the top of my head. But usually sometimes I'll get, I'll pop on shows when I have an opportunity to do so. And sometimes it can be last minute, and I'm sorry about that, y'all, but my life is busy. I work and I, try to help everybody else out. So there you go.
24/7. You've got your latest short video is on fire. I'm going to put the link to it in the chat so everybody can check it out. What do you got going on, and what do you want to promote?
Actually, I'll just be I got a video that I'll be dropping here in the next hour or two on that James Gunn response from yesterday, and I'm still editing that, and then I'll just be trying to drop another video by the end of the day, and just keep it rolling. And check me out on the Primetime Kings Sunday at 5, and check me out on the Comic Book Roundtable here on Loki's Mornings of Mischief at 7:00 Wednesday. And that's all I got. Thank y'all for looking out for me always since day one. Love you guys.
Thank you for being here. Thanks to all my co-hosts. And
that's
huh?
Oh, my bad. I just looked at the screen. I was like, oh, that's the
Yeah, so this is his latest short video. If anyone wants to check it out, I just dropped the link in the chat. It is freaking hilarious. It's about Strange World. So check that out. The link is in the chat. And I want to thank all my co-hosts for being here. Loki's Mornings of Mischief also says, thank you all for being here. Skull and tuck and roll. And on the way out the door, we're going to get one last skull in for everybody that sent in a super chat, everybody that sent in a member chat, all the amazing comments. I think today was a great show. It was a great weekend review. Want to wish everybody an awesome rest of the Friday and have a great weekend. And on Monday, well, we just might see the boss resurface. Let's wait and see, and let's hope for his restored health, because Lord knows there's only so much Mexican Iron Man that one person can take. Right, Mags?
That's very true.
Yeah. Right, Dave Bob?
Well, as the glass crashes and a metal suit gets thrown out a window, we'll see.
Well, let us assemble on the mountaintop, and with this skull, we say...
Spartans! What is your profession?
You like that one?
Ow!
Ow! Ow!
Do it one more time, Max.
Ow! Ow!
I love it. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Have an amazing weekend. Remember, we do not bend the knee at Valhalla. We raise sword, we raise shield, and we raise spear to fight these wokesters in order to protect the IP and the pop culture that we love. Thank you, everyone. Everybody say bye-bye.
Bye, y'all. Mwah.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.